So in yesterday's video, I talked about doing OMAD and I mentioned habit one out of the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I thought I'd just go into that a little bit more today. I think it's such an essential, invaluable thing to know. I adore the book, and habit one is really the foundation of all other habits. And so I thought I'd just go into it in a little bit more detail today. So firstly, the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, was written by Stephen Covey, published in 1989. I think it's generally considered a management book or a business book, but really I think it is essential reading for every single person. I first read it when I was 18 or 19, and it really impacted me very deeply then, and it still does today. I was reviewing chapter 1 very quickly earlier to prepare for this video, and it's just, there are just so many great things to be reminded of that really resonates as being true for me. So I'm not doing a review of the book or even chapter 1, but I just wanted to take you through some of the bits that really just stuck out at me from habit 1, which is be proactive. So, as I said earlier, habit 1, be proactive, is the foundation for all other habits in the book. So essentially takes you through what he considers to be the 7 habits, as the name outlines, the 7 habits of highly effective people. And habit 1, be proactive, is really the foundation and is an essential part of what he calls having private victory, which is having mastery over oneself before you have public victory, which is the second half of the 7 habits, which is about mastering interactions with other people. So being proactive is really about choosing the ability to choose your response to a stimulus, that is your conditioning, your environment. It's recognizing that you have the freedom to choose, that you don't have to give in to an impulse, you don't have to react, but you have the ability to choose how you respond to a stimulus in your environment. I think most people hear the word be proactive and they think of it as being take initiative, and it's about far more than that. It's really about taking responsibility for your own life. I really like how he does this. He takes the word responsibility and he breaks it up into 2 separate words, response and then ability. You have the ability to respond. Taking responsibility is about recognizing that you have the ability to respond. You have the ability to choose how you respond to what happens around you. So if you, and I really like this, if you want to know what being proactive is, and it might be helpful to know what the opposite of that is, what being reactive means. And he says that reactive people are often affected by their physical environment, whether it's the weather, for example. So if the weather is good, then they feel good. If the weather isn't good, then they don't feel good. They're often affected by their social environment as well. So if someone treats them well, then they feel well. If someone doesn't treat them well, then they may get protective or defensive. So this paragraph that I found really summarizes what be proactive is about. So let me just read it to you. The ability to subordinate an impulse to a value is the essence of the proactive person. Reactive people are driven by feelings, by circumstances, by conditions, by their environment. Proactive people are driven by values, carefully thought about, selected, and internalized values. I love that. So I've been thinking a lot about this yesterday and today. I did OMAD, and as I mentioned yesterday, in yesterday's video, it was really a great opportunity for me to just observe my impulses and not give in to those impulses, but make a different decision. I didn't do OMAD today. I ate earlier, but I'm spending the day with my toddler, and I chose to break my fast earlier. So I wasn't expecting to do it today, but still there were times when I could have given in to an impulse to eat something different, and I chose otherwise. So I think it's just such an invaluable thing to know and to be aware of. How Stephen Covey defines being proactive. For me, it really resonates as being true from my own experience. I'd encourage you to think about an area of your life where you could be more proactive. I really do think that maybe for a lot of people, you may be more proactive in one area of your life than another area of your life. And so if there is an area of your life where you think you could be more proactive, take more responsibility, I'd really encourage you to think about this part of the book and maybe even read the book, or at least Habit 1. Yeah, it's fantastic. It is, I think, essential reading for every person. Anyway, all right, well, have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow.